Well, hello, hello. Oh boy, my thumb, much better. Oh, so obviously going to be finishing Resistance, and then moving on to Silent Hill. I've got everything ready for that, just need to plug in a cable and done. Obviously since I'm doing PSP stuff, just need to change cable, but yeah. Last location. Thankfully, so I've got maybe about an hour left of this.
Paris had been transformed beyond recognition.
Then,
from his vantage point inside the Chimera machine, Grayson could see only a maze of structures, a confusing web of iron and glass. The Eiffel Tower, once the crown jewel of the Parisian skyline, was now a mere pillar of what would become a vast Chimeran city. A city unlike anything ever seen by mankind.
Oh yeah, we get to ride
and unless
the,
Grayson succeeded, one that no man would live to see. While he knew that Bouchard must already be somewhere inside, he was driven by something he could never explain, to find her.
Chrysalis Tower. Yep, like I say, I've got about... Obviously, this is the beginning of this chapter. There's 4 locations. They're about 10 to 15 minutes each, so yeah, like I say, I'll be able to get through this today. Well, I mean, if I don't get through this in 6 hours, there'll be something fucking wrong with me. But, yeah. Then I should get through a fair amount of Silent Hill as well. I don't think I'll be able to beat it. I know you can beat it in like half an hour if you know what you're doing, but I mean,
long story. Bouchard's gone radio silent. We can't count on her, but I've got the vial you gave me. I see the chrysalis lair now. I'm gonna shove the serum
yeah, I
right
really
up
can't
their
wait
arse.
to do more PSP stuff, because there's some really good PSP games on the system. Obviously, Little Big Planet I definitely want to play. Killzone I will be playing probably fairly soon. Then there's Suit Force. Now that is a good game. It's fairly difficult. At least the first one is anyway. But yeah, I'd love to do some PSP stuff soon. Same thing with the DS. Since I can do that as well. Should do more DS stuff. I might play... Yeah, I might play Trauma Center on DS sometime soon. And when I mean sometime soon, I mean later on. So obviously I've got a few games in mind to play. Because obviously it's this, then obviously Silent Hill, then Lego Batman, then after that I'm probably just going to finish the Corathon. Just because it's been so long. I've only got 4 games left. Then I'll probably play Silent Hill 2.
I'm a Titan. They're getting desperate. Now I know why they call this thing a hammer. I just pounded that ape into the ground. Uh-oh. I should have known. It never gets easy. Have to gang up, eh? Bunch of twits.
I have not heard that in a while. Calling someone a twit. It's basically the PG version of twat. That's pretty much all it is. I mean, there might be some meaning behind it, but I very much doubt that.
coming and I'll just keep on mowing you down.
Oh, he's on there. Oh, never mind, that actually hit.
That's right, cry for help.
He's gonna shoot me.
Piece of cake.
It's also nice how they're just throwing out the big guns whilst I'm in this mech. Totally doesn't make it real competitive. Oh, splash damage. I love it. Can you deploy? Thank you. When your aim's on point, but it misses. Lovely.
Now this is just the match I've been looking for.
No, it wasn't.
Just learn how to drive this thing and I'll still kick your ass. We have to be running low on you guys by now.
Nope. They're still kicking.
Fuck me. It's the scrap pile for you.
excuse me. Whatever. Fucking thing.
Not again. You won't get me this time. Your uncle.
And Fanny's your aunt. Don't tell me I'm gonna have to leave the mech.
Marquis forces and Cartwright's British commandos were successful in pushing through the Chimera outer defences. Now they were in a desperate battle for the main Chimera tower. Cartwright's assault had accomplished its objective by diverting Chimeran forces away to the south, reducing the number Grayson had to face as he fought his way through the outer structures of the Chrysalis lair. Even with Chimera forces diverted southwards by Cartwright's assault, it would be impossible to reach the tower over land. But Grayson had driven the Chimera machine as far as he could, up to the brink of the frozen Seine. To reach the lair itself, Grayson would have to get past its outer fortifications. The only way to get past the outer walls was to go under them.
Damn it. Also, that was off.
Later, Grayson could not say why he left his brother's jacket behind. It seemed almost symbolic, a ritual not unlike that of the Cloven, as if Grayson wanted to leave behind the part of his past that had destroyed him, that being submerged beneath the frozen Seine might somehow become a ritual cleansing. Regardless, there can be no doubt that the James Grayson who entered the Seine was not the same man we had sentenced to death only weeks before.
Yeah, he's an idiot. Oh yeah, let me just take my coat off in the middle of pretty much the Antarctic. Anyway, I'm getting very worried. Oh, boo-hoo. But not before we have to kill, Mallory.
Grayson, do you read me? Report!
Cartwright, Grayson here. Your diversionary attack's working. I've reached the Seine.
You have to hurry, Grayson. I'm not sure how much longer we can sustain our assault.
I should reach the lair within an hour. All depends on how many damn gorillas they've got left.
Oh, the Mark III Razor. Finally, at the end of the game, we finally picked one of these up. Not that it's anymore matters, but whatever. And that's why we use the auger. God, I hate fat. Can I even... Yeah, you can press right on the D-pad when you press up. That's slightly annoying. No. God damn it. So I don't want to waste auger ammo on those bloody head things. I mean, I should, because if I could obviously hit them in the face without missing, it's not like I'm wasting ammo, but for me that's always a use it only when necessary weapon. It's because I changed weapon again for pressing up, and I killed myself. Actually, use anyone absolutely necessary. This is necessary. That's very amazing. I'm so glad it gave me one of these. That would have been a bit of pain in the ass.
Parker, tell the McKee they can stop trying to contact Bouchard. I found her.
Grayson, are you there? Come in, Grayson.
Or should I say, I found what's left of her. What the... Mallory! I didn't kill her!
There you
You
go.
gave her hope the conversion centers could be explored. Research conducted. You drove her to this tunnel. You are responsible.
Mallory! She used you! From the beginning! You're infected! You're becoming one of them! She lied to you, Roland, just like she lied to me!
No, Tommy! I chose this to be more than human. Go ahead, shoot me. You can't hurt me now.
Oh, I can.
We'll see about that.
I'll throw 3 grenades in
I
your
love her,
face.
Tommy. You took her from me.
The Chimera took her, Mallory, not me.
Really?
When will you learn, Tommy? You can't kill me with bullets.
Oh, you're not one of them yet, Molly.
I'm very much dead. Yep. wonder if I could even do 2 at once. Probably not. No.
You can't kill me with bullets.
Well, you're not one of them yet, Molly.
Come on! Fuck's sake.
Do you know how many Chimera I've killed, Molly? Just today.
Did you make? Thank you. Fucking I'll try this. No, I don't want to do that. You were shitting me. Piss off.
I'm different, Tommy. Smarter. Soon you will see.
Smarter, eh? It would have been tough to make you any dumber. Fuck you, Mallory.
Really? We just snap his neck or push him to the ground. Okay. Okay, well, rip Mallory, I suppose.
I've killed hundreds of Chimera, Molly. Thousands, including my own brother. But I've never enjoyed it. Until now.
We're out of time! Get back! Get back!
Cartwright, I've achieved the objective. Say again, I'm at ground zero. Get your men out of there.
Roger that! Pull back! Pull back! Get those men out of there!
Cartwright, good job. I'd have never made it this far if these guerrillas hadn't been distracted.
Good luck, Grayson. We'll see you on the other side.
Somehow I doubt it. So far, nothing that's gone in has ever come out.
Cartwright out. Go! Go! Move out!
Doesn't even say, oh no, you will do, just, nope, see it. Excuse me.
Little was known about the new Chimera conversion process outside of Dr. Claude Bouchard's research. We knew that until recently no female Chimera had ever been seen. Human females, it seemed, had been stored in the Catacombs DNA facility for use in later phases of the Chimera invasion. Bouchard wrote that inside the chrysalis lair was a structure she called Le Cœur de la Mer, the mother chamber. It was here that the Chimera DNA was implanted into human subjects before they were taken to facilities like the one in Bonn. To deploy the serum and infect the carriers, Grayson would have to enter this heart, The womb where the Chimera hags were conceived in the
Oh,
bodies
wait,
of
don't
human
call them hags.
females.
It's not their fault that they got captured.
Colonel Roland Mallory disappeared in Paris and has to this day never been seen again. Later, Marquis Command questioned Grayson, but Grayson had nothing to say and the case was never remanded to military authority. Once, I had also asked Grayson what transpired inside the Chrysalis lair, and all he would ever say was that everything changed.
Okay, so I do survive them. Which is kind of a spoiler alert, I suppose. Like, we've just been told anything that goes in doesn't come out. And yet, 2 seconds later in a bloody cutscene, it basically, we won, we're fine. I mean, I know they win, because obviously Resistance won, since this is a prequel, but it's slightly annoying. Yeah, I think I have about half an hour left.
Parker, I'm inside the lair. It's like no conversion complex I've ever seen.
Grayson, I can't read you. Come in. Grayson!
Oh, I don't even want to know what this shit is.
Oh my god. There we go. Sorry, I just keep checking the clock. Oh god, yep. I knew that one was going to hit me. I don't actually think I can up the sensitivity on this. Not that I bloody well want to, but it would be nice. Actually, can I? Options. Oh, you can. Yeah, I won't bother. I've made it this far. It's gonna take a while.
Armored. Christ almighty. Just pile it on, boys. I can take it.
No, I'm just gonna sit here. I'm not fighting these things. Yeah, there's probably a skill point to kill everything in here, but nope. Okay, don't show. New Terminator looks ass. Okay, do you mean Terminator in Mortal Kombat or do you mean the movie? Because if you mean the movie, I mean, of course it was gonna be. Oh, the movie. I wouldn't know. I have zero interest in any of the new Terminator movies. I have not been suckered into that bullshit. I haven't. Like, I can enjoy Terminator and Terminator 2. Terminator 3 if I really feel like it, but any of the new stuff can just piss off. Open this is the final mission, so because you're sick of those mech fights using RPGs on their back. Yeah, this is the final chapter. I think I'm potentially halfway through it, so I don't have long left. So yeah, I don't have long left. then it's Silent Hill, with which I thought it was potentially broke because I forgot that the beginning of the game doesn't actually show off this fucking cutscene. When you're driving to Silent Hill, you have to wait for the bloody start menu cutscene to play for that to happen, which is slightly annoying. Feels like a slog. Yeah, I mean, by the end of it, you sort of feel like, eh. I mean, don't get me wrong. For a game of bollocks, for a game of this caliber to be on the PSP, you know, hats off to the devs and stuff for actually trying to give us, you know, a console experience on the PSP, because for all intents and purposes, the PSP was mostly like smaller versions of those bigger games that you knew of. So like I say, props for them putting like an actual game on it. You know, like if this was on PS3, you probably wouldn't complain somewhat, but yeah, like you can't complain too much. It's a good game. Context, yeah, I know. Because I was reading the bloody manual, and then obviously that tells you what happens. As the bloody cinematic cutscene was playing, I then pressed start and booted up the game, and then that's when Harry's just waking up in the bloody car. Oh, you cunt. Oh yeah, that's the other thing that I have to complain about Silent Hill 2. Oh, sorry, not Silent Hill 2, but Silent Hill. That game does not teach you anything. It doesn't. Like, as soon as the game, like, begins and whatever, and once you've died and you actually start the main game, and you get into the first combat section, the game basically just goes, press every button and find out what to do. So, I died almost immediately. I did. I had no idea what the fuck I was doing. To the first enemy in the sodding game. No less. R2 to aim L1 and R1 awkwardly shuffles you side to side. Okay, because obviously I was pressing R1 at first, and then that's when he was just shifting. The button first playthrough, really? Okay. I'm not going to waste ammo on you. Not lock ammo anyway. I'm gonna kill you off. Fuck off. Seriously. Really? What a bit. I mean, obviously, you're a kid and whatever, benefit you down, but... You've come. Win. Yeah. I mean, in all honesty, I did try and fight that bat with a knife.
Screw it.
If I'm being honest, because I didn't want to use pistol ammo. There's no way this would actually work. Whatever. Yeah, I should have just used the bloody gun. Just thinking of something I want. It's final possibilities rejection going with no ammo whatsoever.
I'm never doing that again. Fucking hell!
Oh, yeah, right there with you on that one. Well, at least I hit him with that, I suppose. You need the older. I'll hide like the hole I am. Oh yeah, I know, always use the auger, because obviously, I believe it does, I think, like 2 times damage, because obviously it hits them, then it hits the pack on the back. So obviously, whichever, obviously health bar reduces quickest, I mean, you save ammo that way, pretty much. Well, this is the thing that I hate most. Like, I don't give a shit about fighting those guys. But this, being forced to press up on the bloody D-pad to zoom in, to shoot them once in the face to kill them. That's the annoying thing that I don't like. Like, because the big guys are easy. You know, you just wail away at them or use the auger to hit their jetpack. And that's fine, but this... that is the thing that I just hate most. Yeah, they're going forward. I want the game to play itself. It feels so stop and start. Yeah. Because actually, if you play this... excuse me. If you play this through Resistance 2, and obviously with a controller, is the game still this and... oh, for fuck's sake. But is the game still this and auto-aim, or is it... or is it just a fully fledged third-person shooter? You think it's an option you can turn on and off? Oh, okay. But I mean, considering on that you have multiple... oh, fuck. I'm right there with you on that one. I hate the fucking cursor so much. Because wherever the hell... oh, cock. Because wherever the hell you aim and it points, it is actually somewhere outside that circle where you're actually aiming. So the actual cursor itself is a rough indication of where you should be aiming, but not obviously actually where you should be aiming. Fuck off. Oh no, I know one thing I can do. Oh no, this isn't the home stretch. This will be... I think I'm fairly certain this is like just after the halfway point of the final chapter. Because you think that this game runs by the laws of video games. It doesn't. This game doesn't even know the laws of video games. Normally, yeah, when everything gets thrown at you, that's normally basically the lazy developer way of not knowing actually how to have a challenging end. So they just throw everything they've got at you. But yeah, no, this is about halfway through the final chapter. Because if you look at the walkthrough, I've pretty much only just beaten Mallory. I have, and I'm fairly certain that's part 2. with 4. So I could very well be towards the last quarter, but I know I'm past the halfway point. And also, I'm always worried of flicking the bloody power button on the PSP, because obviously, because you're pressing R so much, I just feel like just at the bottom of my index finger, I feel like I'm going to flick it. Which, I mean, I guess I can always put it down on the hold button. Oh yeah, no, I forgot. The hold button doesn't allow you to do anything. Cock. This is a very bad thing. Fucking PSP. It's slightly annoying sometimes. Apparently, I missed that guy. So, whatever. Please die. Oh, hey, Chief Brief. How are you? We have a shocking thing about Daymare. You know that Resident Evil 2 thing where it blatantly reuses content? This one actually did it in a way where you take detours and new routes through an established city environment to make it fresh, so the indie games doing what Capcom with their $1 million budget won't. Well, I mean, you know. Of course you're gonna blame Capcom, the big AAA developer, aren't you? Because they're just easy targets.
Fuck me.
I didn't. I'm fine for now.
Parker, I've located the wound. I'm going to inject the serum. Whoa! What just...
Don't mind me, I'm just gonna... are you... Is there a penis?
Parker, I was trapped underwater. I should have drowned, but I could breathe.
What is this game? Resistance Retribution for the PSP. And it is fairly a decent game, for all intents and purposes. Oh yeah, these things like insta-kill you in Resistance 2. And then don't exist in Resistance 3 for some reason. The Parker Gold! God, I hate how inaccurate you are with this fucking thing. I just love its swimming animation. Instead of like this, it's... Shoot giant thing till it dies. Got it. See giant thing first. What the fuck is it? What is this, fucking God of War? That does actually sound like the fucking Leviathan in, not the Leviathan, the bloody Hydra in God of War. Sound probably. It's just like I say, it sounds very similar.
To deploy the serum and infect the carriers, Grayson would have to enter this heart, the womb where the Chimera hags were conceived in the bodies of human females.
Oh, nice hair physics. Looks like an ending to you. Might still be a final boss, because that looks like a final boss. That looks like Silent Hill 4. Looks like some game nicked an idea. Did I kill the Frenchie? Oh yeah, I've already killed him. No, I already killed Mallory. Told you, final boss.
A shot. Rain. What's happened to you? No. What have they done?
You promised to help me, James.
Get out of my head!
You think you can resist, but you are mistaken. Join us.
The way my brother joined you? It's too late, Rain. The serum's already spreading. Like a virus.
Oh yeah, he left it when I entered this place. Because this place is so cold, it's potentially a ritual of he left that man and a version of himself behind, of just killing Chimera for vengeance, to become a new man. He needs to look forwards. So he left his brother's jacket. He literally just took it off and just put it on the ground. Symbolism. Whatever. Final countdown. Wish you can infer. You've talked to too many people who don't see any thematic in what they see. Oh, well, you know. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, the game literally tells you that, but... Because obviously you've got Parker, you know, doing the cutscene, talking and stuff, and that's what she says. And she says it could be some sort of ritual, that obviously all he wanted to do is kill for vengeance, you know, for his brother. but that's not what he needs to do now. Now that he's in the hive mind sort of thing, that's not his objective. Killing Chimera isn't just the thing he needs to do anymore. So. Well, I mean, obviously it shows you it, but it also tells you. So. You fucking wanker. Excuse me. You absolute bitch. As soon as I fire my shot, nope. Don't tell me I've got to go all the way around to that one. That's a little bloody walk. Oh, it's firing back at me. What about Augur? Augur shouldn't fire back. Bullshit. Yep. I actually should play that at some point. Oh, conveniently, I'm on the one that I need to be at. Which means I'm gonna get the lock ready. Oh. So one lock shot does enough damage. Oh, cock. Does enough damage to.
I had to kill you, Rain. You know that.
I hate these things. Oh, yep. This is what we call being screwed. Because I am that just now. Because I would like to shoot the things closest to me so I can hit and kill them first. But like I said, the game has a tendency to tell you to go fuck yourself whenever you aim. Eat my laser. Oh, you're a whore. Really? Fuck you! God, I can already see how annoying this is going to be. I was getting sodding lockout anyway.
What's wrong, James? Headache?
Oh, stupid broads in your.
Why the fuck am I out of ammo?
Ah!
Yep, because like I say, developers don't know how to finish their games. They don't. Like, this is the boss fight for all intents and purposes is alright, I suppose. But like, doing it, like, this is why we have boss fights with phases, because each phase can be done, then if you die, you checkpoint at the most recent phase that you failed at. Not get down to this much health, cock up accidentally once or don't see something coming, and then have to do the entire 10-minute fight again. Although I can't really say anything because fucking Ni no Kuni does that. It does. Like, you have to fight, like, I think there were like 2 or 3 bosses in the entire game that are 3 phases. I'm fairly certain there's only 2. But you have to do, again, from what I remember, you have to do 2 phases out of the 3 to get a checkpoint. If you get a checkpoint. Yeah, this is when she leaves, I believe. Yep.
I thought you liked
And obviously in a JRPG, that's mostly annoying because you can die almost immediately through no fault of your own. Stop firing at everything and fire at the one thing. Fucking Christ. I swear to God, if this hits me, oh thank Christ. Oh, you gotta be shitting me. That was entirely my fault.
Why hurt me? I am on your side.
I should have killed you when I had the chance.
Oh really? Oh great, I'm out of ammo. Just what I wanted.
I see you staring. Don't be shy. I am beautiful now.
You weren't so shabby before.
Stop fucking moving. That's gonna miss. Yep. Why am I stuck? Oh. No. Fucking Christ. Yay, she's got her shield back, so I missed all my fucking shots because she fucking dodged like a whore. Well, it's fuck all I can do until one of these comes back on. This time, don't miss like a blithering idiot. You gonna move? Move. Oh yeah, no, she's gonna fly away. Which means I'll equip this. And a pleasant jogging pace he goes down. Oh!
This would blow his mind.
Yeah, I know. one dead. What's two dead? Thank you for dying. You're gonna move, dodge, go up, down, left, right. What are you gonna do? Fuck
Why
you!
did you let this happen, Rain?
God, I was panicking and just mashing right trigger in the vain hopes that I just get a shot off before it hits me.
I should have killed you when I had the chance.
It was me or her. And thankfully it was her, because I did not want to redo that fight again.
You're wrong, Rain, or whatever the hell you are. The serum is working. Your father's virus is spreading. Soon, every carrier in the world will be dead.
Also, has this guy had a stroke?
James,
Because he's just,
we are not
I'm
dead.
gonna do this.
The serum spread. Set off triggers. They're so
Rain,
advanced.
what do you say?
Carriers gone. Just triggered new types. Spinners. James, no matter what we do, they
Rain?
just keep evolving.
Rain. Rain.
Also, he reminds me of the... I've gone full circle, blood. What is a man? But no, spinners, non-existent. But, where'd you get that fucking beagle from? But, yeah, I was going to say something.
Cartwright's task force was
Yeah, no,
successful.
he looks like
Just as
Bruce
in
Banner in
London,
the
when Paris Tower
PS2
fell,
or console
Chimera
of
forces everywhere in
Ultimate
Western
Destruction.
Europe became disorganized, confused, and
Or at least the
began to die.
animation and clay
Grayson was
models.
also
Yeah,
successful.
spinners, as far as I'm
At
aware,
least
they're
it
not even in
seemed so
Resistance.
at first.
They aren't. Or at
Dr.
least not that I'm
Bouchard's
aware
serum
of.
worked as designed. Carriers spread the contaminated fluid from the mother chamber to facilities
I'll
all
find
over
out for you.
France and Germany. The new conversion process ground to a halt. But while Western Europe had earned a short reprieve, reports continued to come in from Russia, the Balkans, and Spain.
Oh, it means those crab things.
Chimera forces were on the move. Vast fleets of Chimera dropships were being constructed, their targets and destinations unknown. Grayson never talked about what happened inside the Chrysalis lair to anyone, but it was obvious to everyone that Grayson was changed in ways we would never understand.
No, you never fight them.
Did you
You
ever
don't.
find any sign of her?
Yeah, you never fight them. You see them, but you never fight them.
I found her. She was already dead.
I don't know what happened in there, James, but don't let her death destroy you the way you let
These
your
terrifying new
brothers.
strain, which is
It's
both
time
Yeah, they
to
were just
bury
like
our
giant, sort of.
I don't need a lecture, Parker.
Like, you know those
I'll be
tiny
fine.
things that leap at
Wait.
you? Imagine those, but bigger.
I've got something for
Like
you.
the size of a building. But you never,
British
you
Command
see
cleared
them.
your record.
Obviously, this game
Offering you a
mentions them.
field
They're
commission.
in 2, but you never
How does
actually
Major
fight or
Grayson
encounter
sound?
them. And then in 3,
Well, I see
you
them
see them
right
again,
elsewhere,
but
that
you
can't
don't do
right.
anything with them.
Hey, speak
You
of the
don't.
devil.
Grayson, I've been looking for you. I think this is yours. Some of the boys found it during mop-up. I thought you'd want it.
It belongs here. As someone said, it's time to bury our dead.
Keep it, James. Your brother would want you to.
Maybe he would
I
have.
feel like he looks exactly like Bruce Banner in Hulk Ultimate Destruction.
Goodbye, Colonel. Major.
Goodbye, James.
Hey, I hear the McKee have a replacement opening for a colonel. Maybe I'll apply.
The
Goodbye,
CG Bruce
James.
Banner. Yeah, the CG Bruce Banner.
Shall we? There's still a war going on, last I checked.
And then they both appear in Resistance 1. And then never again.
We never saw Grayson again. He did join the Marquis, volunteering to lead a dangerous mission into the heart of Russia to find the source of the Chimera invasion. During the Battle of Warsaw, 12th of June 1953, the Marquis listed Grayson as missing in action. But I had to wonder. Among the Russian refugees, there were rumors of a British soldier seen roaming the streets of Minsk, Kiev, and Moscow. A man they called the Cloven Killer. Perhaps Grayson did die in Warsaw. But I like to think that somewhere out there, James Grayson had found another cause worth living for.
And there you go. Grayson outliving Hale casually. Yep. By going to the center. And they actually never did anything with this. They didn't. Like, we could have gotten a potential sequel on PSP or something. You know, with Grayson going to Russia and finding out the actual root cause of what goes on. But instead, what we get is Resistance 3, and that basically, in the opening cinematic of when the game's installing, it basically says, oh no, there was a space meteorite thing that had some alien DNA. People ate that DNA and it changed them and turned them into the Chimera. And then they basically became overgrown, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, that's how they do it. Like, don't get me wrong, like, I still like that explanation, you know, that it is an alien thing, because then obviously in Resistance 3 it is opening up a wormhole into space. But obviously, yeah, because Resistance 3 is the last game, it doesn't need to go anywhere and it just finishes. Which, I mean, I'm happy with, but because, excuse me, very few games obviously finish. They do. So, I mean, I can't complain. Fucking hell, I will stop hiccuping in a minute. Yeah, I mean, I'm glad that it finished, but, yeah. Anyway, Silent Hill. I'm gonna die so many fucking times. Anyway, I'll find out in a minute. YouTube. Catch you in that one. Draw.